Hi guys, and welcome back to the road to 100 million. We're here on Kylora Farm, and I've got some terrible news. I have been what I thought was recording for the last sort of hour or so, and turns out that I may have made an error with my setup. So haven't been recording. So it's currently October. We've skipped through quite a lot of stuff. We've obviously last time I left off it was August. So I just want to take you guys through the finances screen. I'm really sorry that I sort of messed it up a little bit, but we've done a lot. So in September, we purchased a field. I'm very, very sorry that this wasn't on camera. So we actually purchased field number, what is it, number 64? Let's go up here. Yep, we purchased field 64. This was previously sorghum. We now have purchased it, harvested it, and I've put oilseed radish on it as well. So this is now our field for the winter, and we can build on it in the time to come. We've also harvested everything. Obviously, you guys saw that we harvested the carrots and stuff in the previous episode, but we've now taken care of this field. It does need to be plowed, which is quite frustrating because I've already planted the oilseed radish, and that's a new notification. So it's going to have to wait, but I need to roll it, then plow it, and then we'll probably plow it in the later months. I think we'll probably plow it when it gets time to seed the field again, because this is going to be another parsnip field. This one, 64, is going to be a red beet field. So we're going to have parsnips, red beets, and then carrots down here, which is awesome. And then obviously we've done a lot of stuff as well on this field. We've harvested the soybeans. I need to weed it, but I also need to cultivate this so we can get it ready for the next harvest. So that's what we'll be doing this episode. And the first thing that I actually want to start doing, that I have on camera for you guys, as I've got my workers slaving away for us, is we are going to finally harvest a field together. Now, in my head, this is the third time that we've harvested a field together, but obviously for you guys, this is just the first, because it's time to do some corn. This is going to be pretty exciting. For the first time, we have corn. Also, I don't know what to do with it, because if I go to prices, it's weird that I access this through prices, but we've got 11,000 litres of barley, 9,000 litres of sorghum, so that's the chicken food for the last little bit, so that's basically 20,000 litres, and then we've got another 55 near enough thousand litres here of soybeans and of sunflowers. And obviously I'm going to have to hold on to them for a little while. June is the best price for the soybeans, March is the best price for the sunflowers. I could probably sell them now, but why waste 150 bucks worth per thousand litres? Like, that is a lot. That's $1,000 and something that we're going to miss out on, and there's no reason to. So we're now at a situation where once I harvest this corn, I'm going to have to get the this little guy. I'm going to have to get the trailer to come down here. Maybe we can put it over here, somewhere over here. Once I get this harvested, we're going to have to decide what to do with it, because I'm either going to need to build a silo extension. So if I control P, this might be a little bit laggy, but the silo extension I think is 20,000. Silo extension 20,000, yeah. So we could build the silo extension. That would hold a few more liters of it, and I could put it over here somewhere. Not enough money, but that's fine. We'd be able to figure it out. Or we could build another silo. I'm not too sure. Rename, sell, escape. No, we're not renaming. Anyway, time to get this corn harvested. This is the first time that we've had corn on the farm. Looking forward to seeing how it goes. I've got the right header, and we're moving. Let's get moving. Brilliant. Whoops. Let's just ignore the fact that I didn't lower the header for the first bit. Can we all just skip past that, because I thought it was good? Oh, for goodness sake. I feel like chaos theory. Whatever can go wrong is going wrong right now. We've just wasted 2 perfectly decent rows of corn, but that's okay. All right, let me try and get this all harvested. So, plans for this episode. I do apologize if I jump around a little bit, because I have been thrown with my own issues with the recording software, but we want to go through till November, because I want to get all of the eggs and stuff harvested and ready to go. Oh, I forgot that you can't get the line of corn on the right hand side here. So we are going to be skipping forward to November, and now probably to January as well, because we want to get as much of the loan repaid as possible. I'll give you guys a quick update on the loan once I get through doing some of these. There's an invisible wall just on my right. I don't know if you guys can see the sort of kickback that I'm getting. But the minute that I turn this way, yeah, see, it slows down. So I'm trying to find right on, I'm trying to go right on the limit where I can still harvest as much of the corn as possible and not have to deal with that invisible wall. I think we might be past it now. Nope, it's still there. Oh, this is the problem with placing this field so close to the edge of the map. But there you go, this should be good now. Yep, sweet. Alright, so a quick finance update. This is why I need the money, because we need the contract money for the potential silo extension. We are down to $140,000 repayment on the loan, which, to be honest, we will probably be able to make back from all the stuff that we've harvested today. The problem is, obviously, we're not going to be able to sell that stuff for a long time. So I really love the animation of the harvester here. It's quite cool. So yeah, we're gonna have to go through and see how much stuff we can garnish. I guess I don't know what the word is really. Garnish is to do with food, not to do with money. But we're gonna see how much revenue we can raise in October and January, October, November, December, and January, so that we can finally get moving on and get a few more projects on the farm. But I feel like, I really do feel like we've progressed to the point where I'm quite comfortable and quite confident that we actually make money from more than one revenue. So I'll show you guys what I mean in a little bit. Let me just get on here and do some of these. But yeah, I mean, you guys saw that we've got, where are we? We've got sunflowers, they're best in March, sunflower oil as well. We've got soybeans in June, and we've got the goat milk and all the goat products in September. And that's another thing that we did. I sold all of that stuff as well, which is why we managed to pay off a chunk of the loan and also get the money to buy field number 64. And then obviously we've got the big lettuce haul and the produce haul in January as well. And yeah, we're going good. And then the carrots and the parsnips are another source of income. And I don't know how to store them. I don't really think you can store them in a silo. Maybe you can. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Silo extension. Can any of these store vegetables? Constructables? Containers? Tools? Can the containers store... No. Fuel storage... Style, this one can be filled with different products. I wonder what. But it doesn't say what. Whereas, I mean, this one doesn't say either, so I'm not sure. But I don't want to risk it. I don't want to waste money on something that we don't necessarily need. One thing I have been doing, though, is I've been putting the wool, the excess wool, into the storage shed that we purchased, the mod. So if I go down here to the spinnery is constantly full. We're not even at the point where we're producing excess fabric right now. So... yeah, it's just constantly full, and it's constantly going to be full for a long time to come. So I've got too much wool that I don't know what to do with. So I think the best bet is actually to just keep hold of it and potentially sell it when it gets to March. I think wool is a March product. If not, I am thinking of maybe getting a rope maker. Now, a rope maker is one of the constructables. Again, we'll go into this. It's in here somewhere. I think it costs like $30,000, $300,000, this one. And it does turn rope and cotton, wool and cotton into rope. Hopefully there is an option to just do wool. I'm not really sure. But I guess it's something that we'll have to find out in the future. If I buy it and it goes wrong, we can always just turn back the time and figure it out. But yeah, that's where we're at. I'm also thinking of maybe selling some of the sheep. Because we are producing a heck of a lot of wool, and if we sell some sheep, I would then make more money when they reproduce, and I would just eventually get a free sheep, you know. So thinking of doing that as well. But one thing I definitely need to do is figure out where the heck my worker is bringing the trailer, because I need it right now to make sure we get this sorted. So let me bring that guy over here. He's probably stuck. Yeah, he's stuck here. I mean, dude, I know that you think this is the road, but it's clearly not. I've clearly cordoned off this section of road and you can't go there anymore. So now basically I can't use the AI workers when it comes to this part of the map because I've got too many greenhouses on it. But actually, while we're here, let me run over and show you guys. The autoloader is, and honestly, this cold refrigeration is the best 2 mods that I've had. And I don't have many mods, but they're a very good quality of life thing. So we've now got 179 pallets in here, which is just mental. 27 pallets of wool. And I know it's funny to think that I'm putting the wool in cold storage. Like, why is there wool up there? But it's just interesting, and it looks really cool. So obviously we'll get these all sold. We've got plenty of pallets of eggs, whatever that is, 20 odd pallets of eggs and 100 plus pallets of lettuce. We're going to have a freaking chaotic January and November when we go to sell all these. Please tell me the best price for eggs is still November, by the way. Let me get back in the tractor and drive this thing. Quick autosave. I'm sure it is. We did actually capture what I thought was on camera. The prices do fluctuate. So I was looking at goat milk down here, and the best price was previously September. It was very close to this. It was like 5,300 and something. So we sold all our goat milk in September, and then as soon as it got to September, we progressed time a little bit. Suddenly the best price was January. So it is definitely, as I've just realized, I forgot to drive. It's important to remember when you have a tractor that you are required to drive it. It definitely fluctuates. The prices do change as the months go on, which is kind of what I was expecting. I figure it makes the game real. I just wish that it would tell me what the best price was, because it tells me the best price is September. So in my head, September is the month that I always sell goat products. And then suddenly it's January. But in January, we'd have too much work to go and get it done. Eggs, yeah, best price for eggs is November. We're getting close. 2,410, that one was. And what was the other one? 2,408. So we are getting there. We're getting close to where we need to be. And then let's check lettuce. That's 2,500 for pounds of eggs. Lettuce is going to be $2,000 in January. We'll wait until Jan to get that one sorted, because it's going to be a money maker. You're saying that we've got, over 100 pallets of lettuce, and each one of them is worth $2,000. Well, that's 200k right there. So we need to decide what we're going to do with our money very, very quickly. As soon as I put this trailer down, I will also visit the spinnery just to show you guys the progress that we've been making in there as well. It's quite good to see. And while we're driving, I'll do a quick check on the animals, make sure they've got everything. Goats are good. Chickens are good. I do sometimes forget to feed these guys, but they're fine. Sheep, this is what I was saying about maybe potentially when some of these guys get to 24 months or 36 months, we could potentially sell them. I don't think I need to, but if I needed some extra cash, we could raise some extra cash that way for something else. Because the rate at which we're getting wool is just crazy. Like, we've got basically more wool in one day than I can safely transport away to a different area without having to do it time and time again. So it's quite good. From one point of view, we are making a heck of a lot of cash, and from another point of view, it can be a bit painful to be doing the same thing over and over again and feel like I'm stagnating a little bit. But as this guy fills up, any reason that you're not, oops, let me tab back to you, enter. I am going to head to the spinnery very quickly, because I just want to show you guys what I mean about this. So yeah, 45,000 liters of wool, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8.5 pallets left to go. So that's a crazy amount of wool, and we're producing fabric at a pretty good rate, but not quick enough really, because this isn't even full. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 pallets there. We're working on our 10th, and it's only October, so halfway through the year. So we're probably going to get a good 20 pallets worth of fabric from the whole thing, which is nice. So BV, this time I've lowered it. I'm not going to destroy the corn that I so desperately want to harvest. Apparently I will. Come on, there it is. Alrighty, we're moving on through. So I do think that, seeing as we've missed all the other harvests, you guys can just imagine, I've been using this harvester for a long time today. We are going to get a quick time lapse down here to finish the rest of this corn harvest off. It is the first time we've got corn, which is pretty exciting, but I do need to figure out what to do with it when we fill it up. So let's check the price of corn. It will obviously not be at its highest right now. It's at its lowest. So we have to wait till June for the price of corn to go up. But it's probably worth getting a silo extension anyway. So maybe we can transition. But yeah, I'm going to do a quick time lapse. Enjoy the time lapse. I'll catch you guys on the other side of it, and we can get to prepping all our fields and working on the yield for the next year. So I'll catch you guys in a few moments. Alrighty, we are finished with that. I hope you guys have enjoyed the time lapse. It's basically what I did all of the last little video anyway. The one that you guys will never get to see. Silo extension. I have no idea how this thing works. Let's give it a track though. Let's give it a try even. Oh, we don't have enough money. We only have 12k. Alrighty. Well, luckily, one cultivating contract complete. The plowing contract's nearly done. I guess I don't normally do this, but just in the interest of speeding this up, I think I'll just borrow the money and then I will pay it back as soon as we're ready to go. So, silo extension. I don't actually know how this works. Can I put it anywhere? Like, can I put it right here? I don't know. How do I rotate this? Zoom. Okay, so just in case it is not a silo extension, in case it is an actual silo, I feel like combining it nice and closely together like this is probably good. As long as we can get through there. I will go to free mode. We can get through, yes, and we can get through the back. Alright, so let's try putting it here and see if this works. If not, oh, you know what? I might just save the game real quick. I always get worried. I don't know if it's going to glitch, or especially when I go into free mode. I'm never sure what's going to happen, so I feel like this game just froze. Did it just freeze? This game might have just frozen. You guys get to see it live. Oh, God. Come on. There you go. Alright, it's back. Sorry about that. Alright, Control P. Dun, dun, dun. Free mode. Let's get it close to the other one. Rotate it a little bit. And boom. Perfect. Alright, we can drive in, get this sorted. Actually, I think I've got more corn. I do, I've got more corn over here. But we were actually going to do some more contracts too. Because there is a harvesting, I think there's 2 harvesting contracts. That's a corn. Oh, that's a soybean. We can do a soybean. Carrots, we don't want to do sunflowers. We can do sunflowers, we can do corn. There's plenty of harvesting contracts here to do. Field 76, that's nice and close. Then 66, that's also nice and close. And then, what's this one? 13. 13's quite far away. Alright, well, let's do 76 first. Why not? And let's get this guy over. Please start the engine. I shall. And actually, let's tab back to the JD, the old 3650. And let's go and test this out and see if it actually works. I mean, I'm sure it will. There's no reason that it doesn't. Let's dump some corn in here and see. Yep, fantastic. Fantastic. It's a heck of a lot of corn. We're looking at some good money. 20,000 liters of corn. Pretty much $20,000 over there. And I better go and get the rest as well, actually. I guess I can wait for it up here. Alright. I'm going to do some contracts, and we're going to get that done off camera, and then I will be back in November selling some eggs, getting the fields ready. I will just, to save you guys having to see it in a time lapse, I will do the cultivating. So let me think here. We've got to prepare field 98, this field here, and this field here. So I'm going to cultivate them. I'm going to, if they need liming or whatever, I'll do that as well. And then I will plant oilseed radish on all of them, because I want to try and get some subsidies this time around. We haven't got any subsidies from the previous lot. And I can't for the life of me tell why, because I should have, in my opinion. So if we go to economic analysis, no subsidies there, even though I covered it in fertilizer. No subsidies there. No subsidies here. All of this was covered. Oh, actually, field 100 might not have been covered, but all the rest was for sure. We did get $49 worth of subsidies here. Okay, so maybe this one worked. It looks like this one worked. This one up here worked. I don't really know why, because I didn't do anything different. I did the exact same thing on all of them. So anyway, we'll get that done. We'll get those fields prepared, and I will come back in November to show you the results of our hard work, and we can make some money. So I know that I said I'd be back at the right time, but it's not that time. We haven't done all the work because I'm going to make a little upgrade here. Now, We've got 30. I've been doing a bunch of contracts, a bunch of harvesting contracts and stuff like that. We've been saving some cash, and I think I am going to do a little upgrade. Now, I know I should probably fix these before I sell them. What's the point? We may as well sell them. So I'm going to sell the Horse Credo and the Horse Versha. I don't know how to say them. The two Power Harrows that we got that in the sale, and I am going to pick up this one. Let me just check that there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing in the sale. We are going to grab this. It is, so we had this one previously, and we're now going to get this bad boy. A cultivator prepares the next field for sowing. We don't need any of the wheel weights, so that's fine. Let's purchase this bad boy. It's a 6 meter one, so we're upgrading. I've got double the space, and I need this because we are currently in a tricky situation. As you guys can see, we've still got the other cultivator, just my regular cultivator, the one that's at 0%, and I refuse to fix. Will this one be lifted up by this tractor? Yes, it will. Amazing. Look at this. We have made a massive upgrade here because... Let me get this out in the open and on cruise control so that I can show you guys the dilemma that we're dealing with. Obviously, oilseed radish can only be planted in October. It's the last month of the year. It's currently 6:47 in October, and I still have 2 fields to go. So I need to cover these in oilseed radish, and to do that, I need to cultivate them and then run over them with the planter. So, although I just realized maybe I'll have to use something different. Actually, I'm pretty sure that the planter that we have could plant oilseed radish. Otherwise, I'm just going to get them cultivated, and they might have to go without oilseed radish if I don't have enough money for it. That's the situation. Because I was just thinking before, the horse... I wonder why this one doesn't have the planting ability. Because the previous one definitely does. If I go to here... and combinations, this one has the ability to plant. So what's this then? Machines are used to plant wheat and barley. Are they planters? Seeders? I don't really know. Yeah, they're seeders. Alright, so I got rid of the seeder as well as the power harrow. So, whoops, I'm on the wrong menu. I might need to purchase one of these as well, but hopefully the planter that we have can do all seed radish. It can't. So we're in a tricky situation. So either I have to do contracts to the point where I'm able to get all that done, or we might have to borrow some money, or I might have to sell some of the things early and not risk full price for them. So in a bit of a tricky situation, but I know that I want to do this because it's going to get me a better environmental score, and in the long run it'll be worth it. So that's all I care about. But let's turn this bad boy on. I tell you what, this is so much easier to do. We could probably get a combination with this as well. Let me see. Power harrow, we got this one. Combinations, it only comes up with the wheel weights, so I wonder if we can do one. What's a spader? Can be used instead of a plow. Yeah, right. Very interesting. Seed tanks, what are they? Increases the capacity of your tools. Yeah, we don't need that. We need a seeder. So I probably need 39,500. Now it's silly that I sold this one for 40k, isn't it? Because that's all of the things that I ever want to plant. But that's okay. That had a 3 meter working width. We're probably due for an upgrade. Can probably grab one of these now. The Great Plains one, that's pretty good. Let me just see. Yeah, we're not close here, so that's fine. So yeah, a bit of a panic buy, trying to get all that sorted, but we probably could get an upgrade. Yeah, I'm thinking the Great Plains one, 4.6 meters, that's pretty good. Additionally, they offer the possibility to seed directly, no previous cultivating or plowing. We could do this one. That one's actually quite cool. That could be handy, and it's not too much worse than the one that I was going for anyway. So this could be good, and all the rest are too expensive. So now I have to spend $58,500. The good news is, and this is the really good news, I don't have to plant anything. I literally don't have to plant anything until next year. So we are going to have enough money to do this no matter what. The bad news is that I will probably not get my oilseed radish ready in time. So win-lose, not sure. Either way, I took a risk. I wanted to get this all done in the same month, and that might be a little bit of an issue because I had to sell the tools unknowingly that I needed. But that's okay, because I could just make some more cash. Like, it's not that far of a stretch. We could borrow some more money. I could wait till... see, that's the thing. I'm limited on time. I was going to say I could wait till tomorrow. We're going to sell lots of stuff in November, but then I won't be able to actually plant the oilseed radish. So I'm in a situation where I need to get That's not the menu. This is the menu. I need to get 58,500, and we've not even got a tenth of that. I've got 10% of this. So maybe these two fields don't get oilseed radish planted on them, which is very sad. It is very, very sad, because it'll be handy to have. So in which case I just wasted all this money for nothing. But either way, at some point I would have needed to do an upgrade. This invisible wall on this field does absolute wonders for my sanity, by the way. It's very frustrating. But that's okay. Either way, we would have needed an upgrade at some point, so we might as well get it out of the way and get it done now. And also I could do a bunch more cultivating contracts and stuff in the future as well. So anyway, just a quick update. I will be back once I've solved this problem, and we'll skip through to November. So catch you guys in the flip side. Alrighty, well, I couldn't solve the problem. So what I've ended up doing is just accepting that we won't be able to cover every field in oilseed radish. And I've skipped through to, it's now November, as you guys can see, and we are going to get a bunch of eggs sold. So I've got some on the autoloader. Now, this was a funny sort of recording session for me, because some of these eggs would not be accepted by the autoloader. For whatever reason, I don't really know why, they couldn't then get stored into this thing either. So I had to actually still use the manual forklift, which is quite annoying and quite frustrating, but it is what it is. So in the end, I ended up just sort of picking them up from here, and then it did work, which was really strange, but it only worked up to a certain point. So here's the footage of me trying to figure it out. I couldn't really understand why. I think it's something to do with a hanger. It was a little bit frustrating, but either way, we're going to go and get the eggs sold. What's the best price? Best price is at the Preserved Food Factory, so that's where we're going to go and get these dark guys disposed of. Finally, it's been all year. These guys have been waiting to be sold, and now is the time for them to leave. So yeah, we're starting our money making journey. November and January. That's what's going to finish out this episode, and hopefully we're going to make lots and lots of cash. But in the meantime, I do have to figure out what to do with the fact that we don't have a seeder anymore. So I don't have the capacity to do oilseed radish. There's only a couple of fields that are covered. It's going to have to do. We'll see if it works in February anyway. We know it didn't work last year, so we'll figure out if it's worth doing. And at the same time, I can alleviate the problem until March. There's a nice floating pallet of eggs there. I'll alleviate the problem until March, because that's when I'll actually need to start planting anything in the first place. So we've got a bit of time, and between now and then we're going to make heaps of cash. So I'm sure that I'll be able to get an upgrade on the old planter machine anyway. So it should be fine. It shouldn't be a problem. But this is where it sort of I figured out that I couldn't actually get any more eggs. Not really sure why. It's something to do with the pallets being older, and the game only accepts new pallets. But either way, I wheeled them. I guess I did. I wheeled them all over to the selling point, and now we're going to get this all sold and ready to go. So I was just checking on a few things here, the canola oil, the sunflower oil, and that sort of stuff. But I did need to actually sell the canola oil, because the best price is now, and we've still got about 400 liters in there. So I'm just going to speed this up, and we're going to get this sold. Obviously, everything gets sold at 9 a.m. At the turn of the hour every time. So that's why we're going to get to that point. But yeah, let me unload some of these, and we'll see if it actually works. I just got to get in the selling point, hit the button a bunch of times, and that is a good amount of cash coming in. Perfect. And remember, it's only half done, because we've still got the other one ready to go. I wish the notification for not enough space to unload would get out of the way, but that's alright. So we have made 42,000 from that first batch, and we've got a really high environmental score at the minute as well. So we've been working hard on getting that up. And every time that we sell stuff, we'll get a little bonus from getting that sold as well, which is really, really cool. So, yeah, up to just under 50k, and then let's see if this will take us over. It definitely will. That's another 30k there. So about $75,000 in egg products, which is pretty cool. Can't really complain about that, to be honest. And yeah, we've invested in this. The chickens are making us 75k a year. It's not a bad way to go. And the only things we really need to do is make sure that they have enough food to eat in the barley. And we've already got that. We've got a whole field full of barley that we can just give them whenever they want. And that field's not being used for anything else. So I'm actually pretty stoked with that. I'd like to get it to the point where maybe we make 100k. But short of getting a bigger chicken coop, I don't know what we can do. But one thing we need to do is repay this loan. So we've got 100k left to go. And I'm going to, well, obviously, we'll have all that repaid in January. Once we make all the absolute stonks from the lettuce. If you think this was good, wait till we see the lettuce. The lettuce will be absolutely incredible. So I'm going to skip through to January now. and we will come back and sell all of the produce from the greenhouses. It's going to be an absolute stonker of a month. I'm very much looking forward to it. And all the while in the background, I'm doing contracts and stuff like that as well, just to keep our money coming up and down. So let's go to January. And here we are. I've got all the lettuce on board, 14,000 liters of lettuce. And again, there's a problem with the auto load mod. So I'm not really too sure why, but it doesn't let me accept the new the pallets that are stored as part of the auto load thing. And also it only has room for 17. So I head over and I'm pressing R right now. I'm furiously tapping R on my keyboard and it doesn't accept it. So I'm going to have to do the lettuce in a bunch of increments as well, which is really annoying because there is 100 pallets of lettuce, well over 100, probably 150 to be honest. I'm not quite sure on the final number, but yeah, well over 150 pallets of lettuce. And I've already had to do it once as well, which is obviously where we've got all the money from in the top as well. But yeah, just mental that I'm not really sure why. It's quite a bit frustrating, but that's okay. Let's not take away from the main point. The main point is we are going to make hundreds of thousands of dollars today. So yeah, let's get all that sorted. Now, I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on what we should do with the money. We're obviously going to invest it back into the farm. I think probably the main thing I want to do is buy some more farmland. We've got all the equipment and we're very sort of set with everything that we need. We don't need anything more for the farm as we make another little 30k here. So that brings us up to 143k and we've still got loads to go. So yeah, I'm probably looking and leaning towards getting land. This is the absolute big stack of lettuce, 48,000 liters here. I actually get bogged down in the snow with this little tractor because the Challenger doesn't have enough juice to be able to pull this inside the snow. So you guys can see the tracks there. It's actually really, really hard to drive this, but that's all right because 48,000 liters of lettuce is just mental. Like imagine rocking up to a supermarket and you see a truck with a trailer full of lettuce like this, you'd be stoked. I'd be so keen to have a freaking Caesar salad or whatever it is that people want to consume. But yeah, these are all 3 stacks high. So hey, there's a nice side view there. 3 stacks high, and actually this will probably be a nice photo opportunity, to be honest. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. And that'll probably be the thumbnail that you guys are seeing in this video. But yeah, pretty awesome. So I'm going to head into a little time lapse for the last little bit, and I'll come back at the end and do a quick recap on where we're at. So enjoy the music, and I will be back with you guys in a moment. So the last thing I need to do is sell the goat cheese. Now, I made a boo-boo because I forgot to put this on a trailer. I just thought I could take it with the tractor. So here we are. We're going to end this episode with me embarrassing myself like we always do. And I'm trying to get these 3 pallets of goat cheese to be sold. But we have made stonks. We have made heaps and heaps of cash. As you guys can see, we've got well over 300,000 in the top. I've already repaid the loan as well. So this is fresh. This is our money to invest. We've got well over $300,000 for this year to put back into the farm, and I'm looking forward to seeing how we do with that money as well. So as I finally get this pallet locked and loaded, we are going to call a day to this episode. It's going to be the end of it here. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. And yeah, we're gonna crack on now. We have $300,000 to spend. Let me know what you guys think we should do with it. But until next time, bye for now.